which is talking about the Heavenly Father Yahawah and His only God Son Yahawashi. The world English called God and Jesus Christ. Because those names is a strong tower unto us. We saw that. Because those names are very important, are very essential prior to the elect getting saved, man. Because hold on.
All right, this is Proverbs 18:10. The name of Yahawah is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is saved.
Right. So that proves that the righteous will have the names of the Lord. And how to run into it is by trusting in it. Because if you go to Acts 2, it says, Acts 4, where there's no other name in heaven, about being shut saved. Because it's a doctrine, there's many doctrines out there, even amongst Israel, amongst the circumcision that don't teach the true names of the Lord. One camp in particular, as brothers know, is Yahawashi. They teach their congregation that the name of the Lord is God and Jesus Christ. Which those names are false, man. Those names was taught by our oppressors, the so-called white men in slavery, to have us deviate from Yahawah Bahasham on Shai, man. See?
Gotta find it.
It's Isaiah chapter 50, verse 10. Who is among you that feareth Yahawah, that obeyeth the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness and have no light? Let him trust in the name of the Lord and stay upon his power.
Right. So the scripture is commanding us to trust in the name of the Lord, man. Because the servants, which are the prophets, before they came in the truth, prior to them coming in the truth, they were in gross darkness. The scripture say you were sometimes in darkness, but now they have heard the word, they have heard the names of the Lord by way of our apostle Elizabeth Millstone, man. Because it's been on earth right now as we preach. That's rightly dividing the word of truth, man. And it all starts off with the names of the Lord, because the names of the Lord is part of the doctrine.
I got one real quick right there. This is Psalm 145, verse 1. I will extol thee, my power, O King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever.
Yeah, bless thy name forever and ever, because the prophets will be coming back in the reincarnation and blessing the names of the Lord, So they will have the prophets that was in the past and they came back in the reincarnation in this lifetime, they will have the true names of the Lord because they come back in their life. This is Acts 4:12.
4:12? Okay.
And it's even a prophecy. Barak 2:30 says we go at 2:30 something. It says we will think on
Put the number on it too.
This is Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
So it's only one name, man. Which is the Heavenly Father Yahawah and His only God Son Yahawashi. And we have to constantly go into that to warn the congregation, warn the sheep, which is the nation of Israel, to warn them that there are many wolves in sheep clothing that scatter in the sheep, which are these false Israelite camps, man. So it's very important that you Israelites, like you always bring out, would you want your woman to call you by another man's name? So that's the same way the Heavenly Father Yahawah feels, man. Because the nation of Israel, we are His woman.
And when Baruch prophesied that you would think on his name, he couldn't have you actually think on his name unless he gave it to you.
Exactly.
So that's cut right there.
Right.
For the camps.
Is Zephaniah, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was it.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. For then will I return. So
This is a future prophecy that's happening now.
For then will I turn to the people of pure language.
Right, and who are the Lord's people? The Israelites. Exodus 3 and 10. It's a perfect precept for that. I will turn to my people, the Israelites,
that they may call upon the name of the Lord to serve Him with one consent.
With one consent, meaning on one accordance. Because you go to 1 Corinthians 1 and Because there's not supposed to be no schisms or divisions in the body in serving Yahawah Bahasham Shai. You know? And not to, we prolong on the names of the Lord, but this is very important to salvation. You know? There's many precepts in the Bible that says the name of the Lord. You know?
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach, that ye all speak the same things,
Right.
and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
Right. So that applies to the elect. By having a doctrine, they will speak the same doctrine, which is the doctrine of Yahawashi, which is, synonymous with the Apostle Elder Great Millstone doctrine. Because what will be the things that the elect will have will be teaching of the same thing. First and foremost, the names, the destruction of America, the Karakna, which that's the future prophecy, which is the MOTV, the CHIP, the Love of Many Grassy Code, World War III, the famine, the pestilence, the race wars, FEMA camps. All the elect will speak the same thing in accordance with the doctrine.
And Esau exposing himself.
Yep. Yeah, that's
always
another
bring
one.
that out.
Yep. The son of perdition being revealed, man. Which the son of perdition, when you read 2 Thessalonians 2, is not talking about Judas Iscariot.
Yeah.
It's talking about Esau, so-called white.
So I got a couple of precepts over here. This is Psalm 45, verse 17. I will make thy name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore shall the people praise thee forever and ever.
And this is another generation that we're living in now. And the name of the Lord is being praised because it was prophesied that the Lord, the servants of prophets will be calling on the true names of the Lord, man. Because one generation passed away, another generation comes in their stead.
This is Ecclesiastes 36, verse 15. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name.
Yeah. So the Lord has risen up the prophets that has been in his name. And that's happening today. We started off, with Abba Bibbins. Abba Bibbins, which was Elijah the prophet coming back in the reincarnation. Then it led to High Priest Yahawah, High Priest Ariyah, King Masha, to our Apostle Elder Great Millstone now. So it was a change of command. The Lord dealt with order on how the Lord will magnify his name in the earth by way of his prophets, man. Is that enough?
Yeah, that was it.
This Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment?
Right, and that's the Lord, man. Because that's a glorification to be able to do those things on the earth. And only the Heavenly Father Yahawah can do that. Yahawah, the angels and stuff, Yahawashi.
Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
Right, so the scripture is being presented unto you as in the form of a riddle, a mystery, because to all it is not given, So it says,
it says, what is his name and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
And that scripture alone proves there's two entities. What is his name, the Heavenly Father Yahawah, and what is his son's name? It's Yahawashi.
Well, that's it on that, but I got some.
Now we're gonna focus on prophecy, man. Like I was saying, I know it was a little tedious of giving manifold precepts on the name of the Lord, but that's very important. That's very essential in the doctrine, man. We have to make sure we teaching the sheep the true names of the Lord. See?
And repetition is the father's skill.
Exactly, repetition is the father's skill. That's right.
This is Isaiah 13:1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Right. Now, the prophet Isaiah, he was a prophet during the kings. He was King Hezekiah's advisor during that time. Because at this time, the Assyrians, which Sennacherib, he had sent his ambassadors to the southern kingdom.
How did this even happen?
He had sent his ambassadors, King Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, he had sent his ambassadors to try to conquer the southern kingdom, which they had already conquered the northern kingdom, you know? And the prophet Isaiah, he was around at this time, you know? It's like I'm dealing with technical difficulties.
Yeah. I don't even know how that even happened.
Isaiah, continue off.
Yeah, I continue. Isaiah 13, verse 1 again. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Right. So this is the prophet Isaiah seeing the downfall of America, you know, because this is not talking about ancient Babylon, you know. This is talking about modern day Babylon, which is America, Babylon the Great. Because when you look at that word burden, it's from the Hebrew word masha'ah. And we go down to the King James translation Strong's, one of the definitions is prophecy. You know, so the prophecy of Babylon, of it being destroyed, that Isaiah the prophet did see, because the Lord revealed unto his prophets his secrets, man. You know,
and the prophecies are a burden to this place. A burden is something that weighs down heavy on you.
yeah, right.
So, you know, when we bringing out how America is getting destroyed and it's going to be turned to a lake of fire by way of thermonuclear destruction, it's going to be a chaos, famine. It's going to be a love of many waxing cold. You know, all these different sad perils we constantly go into through the spirit. That's a burden on this place. And just like any burden, a person will want to try to take it off of them, you know, like try to shake it. But you can't shake this, man.
And that'll be Esau trying to, you know, exterminate the prophets.
Yeah.
You know, because he think by trying to exterminate all the prophets that's teaching the word, he think that it's not going to still happen. It's still going to happen.
Yeah. And we have a history of Israelites rising up and slewing the prophets because the messages were burdens. Oh, I don't want to hear it. Get away from me, man. Tired of hearing that. Y'all going into the names again? Oh, you talking about the RFID chip again? Y'all always talking about Esau where the word of the Lord is a burden. And I don't have to do a lesson. The word of the Lord is a burden.
And I don't know why the back in time you try to look over the fact that those are prophecies which you wrote that were fulfilled. You know, that one about the language being given to us so we could, you know, observe the Most High. And that other one, those are prophecies, man, that were fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Us waking up, that was a prophecy that was fulfilled. And they just overlooked that in this kingdom.
You have something, bro?
Now you go.
Okay. Lift ye up a banner upon a high mountain.
Right. And what is a banner? For example, a banner is like a play card. It's on top of a building. Like, for example, you got this bond sign right here. The reason why it's high and exalted in the air so everybody can see as they drive past, see what type of story it is. So the banner is talking about the Bible, you know, which the Bible is a standard of how to live, on how, you know, to differentiate between righteousness and wickedness. You know, discernment. You have to discern righteousness and wickedness. What? Yeah.
Hey, you an Israelite, little man. You an Israelite. Repent, all right? You an Israelite.
Tú eres mexicano. ¿Dónde tú eres? ¿De tu padre de dónde son? ¿Tú no sabes dónde tú eres? ¿De tu padre? ¿De Salvador?
Lord do call the young man too.
Guatemala.
Israelite.
The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahawah, and His only begotten Son name is Yahawashi. You may not remember it right now, but in a time of need, Lord will have you remember it, all right? All right. That's a goodly child right there.
There you go.
He's going to go back and question his parents about specific things.
The Lord put the spirit on him to come over here, not his brother.
Right.
That's a goodly child. That's one of the Lord's right there.
Yeah. He'll choose two from a family, one from a family, two from a city.
Two from a family.
Yeah, two from a family, one from a city.
All right. Isaiah 13:2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Right, and the high mountain, that's America. You know, because the high mountain, for example, Mount Everest, they say that that's the highest mountain in the world. And America is the highest kingdom in this world. You know? Because one thing about America is the whole westernized doctrine, mindset is scattered abroad throughout all the four corners of the earth. Proving that this is the hub, the epicenter of a kingdom being the kingdom of Esau's kingdom, I say. You know?
Right. It says, exalt the voice unto them, shake their hand.
Right, and that's a key to Isaiah 51. You know, because the prophets is doing this in this form. You know?
It's Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Yeah, so the prophets will be crying loud on the highways and byways, on the street corners, and not sparing our people's feelings. You know, because it's not about how you feel, it's about how the Lord feels, man. Emotions has caused our nations to go astray for many years, for many centuries, man. You know, it's about how the Lord feels. Yeah.
And show my people their transgressions.
Right, which is sins, you know. Yeah.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
Right, and that's what we're doing right now. You know, we're commanding our people to, hey, stop eating strip pork, crab, lobster. Stop worshiping other gods. Jesus Christ, being a Muslim, being a Seventh-day Adventist. Because those things are what the Lord hates. You know, stop being a mo. You know,
That's not Kazai, is it?
He need help on the electric.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may.
goes into this. You know, which goes into what we just read, Isaiah 51, rebuking this kingdom, man. You know,
Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
the gates of those are the least of Esau. You know, which it's going to be a point in time. It is some brothers' lots. You know, if they have to die in the name of the Lord, that which these are, the false prophets. These will be the nobles. It's going to be a point in time, man. It's going to be some brothers' lot that they're going to be in the midst of many of Esau's nobles, man. The elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the high military generals, you know.
Look at Apostle Paul.
Yeah, exactly. Right. He was delivered up unto Felix, the governor. Unto, what was that Caesar's name at the time?
I know it's in Acts 20 something.
Yeah. But yeah, but like the brother said, Apostle Paul, he was delivered up unto many nobles, man. But what did Yahawashi tell us? Fear not what to say. Don't meditate what you're going to say, which the Holy Spirit is going to give unto you what you shall say. An example was Apostle Paul. The Spirit gave him what to say.
I know it's at midday, O King.
And he had to supplant. To say, we are deceivers, but yet true. Yeah. He had to supplant, specific things. Might go up in there, to them or whoever above it, you might have to supplant, man. The Spirit of the Lord on you. 'Cause even though we might tell people specific things through the Spirit, man, we still, the Lord still go off. We still go off of the scriptures, man.
This is Acts 25. Sorry, 21. And when Paul had appealed to reserve unto the hearing of Augustus, I commanded him to be kept till I might send him to Caesar. Then Agrippa said unto Festus, I would also hear the man myself tomorrow. Said he, thou shalt hear him. And on the morrow, when Agrippa was come, and Bernice with great pomp was entered into the place of hearing with the chief captains and principal men of the city, at Festus' commandment, Paul was brought forth.
So now, them was the nobles. Them was the nobles that Apostle Paul was presented to at that time.
And Festus said, King Agrippa.
Was Festus, he was one of the governors before he was delivered up to King Agrippa.
Yep. And Festus said, King Agrippa, and all men which are here present with us, you see this man about whom all the multitude of the Jews have dealt with me, both at Jerusalem and also here, crying that he ought not to live any longer.
Yeah, because the Jews, the wicked Israelites, they wanted to kill Apostle Paul because they accused him of bringing, well, first they falsely accused him of not keeping the laws and commandments, which that was a false accusation, because they one of the priests had commanded him to take the vow of a Nazarite to prove that he wasn't breaking the laws and commandments. And he kept it, but they still delivered him up to the Caesar because they accused him of bringing Gentiles, the heathens, in the temple, which really they were Israelite foreigners, man. You know?
Paul's report in the community was, he had a bad report initially, but then, he turned it around. All right, but continuing on, it says, verse 25, but when I found that he had committed nothing worthy of death, and that he himself have appealed to Augustus, I have determined to send him. Yeah, because he was saying things, and Augustus was like, oh, he cool. I don't see no problem with him.
And that reminds me of Proverbs, let's say 16. When a man ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. That applies to Apostle Paul's situation, man. Because Apostle Paul, he was really doing righteous in the eyes of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
But the Jews, according to them, he wasn't.
Yeah. Well, it's because they didn't understand the prophecies. They was all about just keeping the law, the statutes, and commandments. But when you actually delve into the prophecies, going back to Isaiah, it speaks about Gentiles, which were Israelites scattered in other lands, coming back to the fold. And the Apostle Paul, he was fulfilling that. So when he was bringing in what they looked at as Gentiles, which were foreign Israelites that was scattered in other lands, when he was bringing them into the temple, they looked at him as if he was committing a capital offense. Why are you bringing Gentiles into the temple? But they were Israelites that were gone off into that Greco-Roman world, and when they heard the teachings of Yahawashi, they repented and converted, worshiped the true power, and they wanted to come to the temple. So Apostle Paul, he was doing according to the will of the Lord, but those that were blinded to the prophecies, they thought Apostle Paul was committing treason.
And they didn't have a sign on their head that said Gentile. It was the customs that they were keeping, long hair. Some of them kept that Greek lifestyle. They were into that Greek lifestyle. They had specific characteristics that would make them look as if they were heathens, man. They didn't walk around and the Gentile. They looked like Israelites, but they had a sign that said Gentile.
Yeah, they just looked like that Greco-Roman world.
Right.
They was in the world, So they probably wore, because back then we didn't have like how we got all these different outfits and all that shit. You had your 1-2 garments, So then these people that were coming in the fold, they were still dressing like Greeks. They probably had tattoos, bald heads, and they most importantly, everything good?
Yeah,
Everything good with the camp?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, most importantly, man, I lost the train of thought.
You want to stick it up in here?
Oh, okay, yeah. So these scattered Israelites that was all throughout Asia Minor and different places in the Roman Empire, they were speaking different languages, And the one up that Apostle Paul had, which he was an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin, he knew how to speak Greek. So there was no language barrier You know, he can go to the Greeks and holler at the Greeks in the Greek tongue, so on and so forth.
You got that little picture.
You know what? I think I gave it. Oh, yes, right there. Yeah, when that bus came, a shitload of wind came too.
Man.
All right, I'm gonna finish out over here in Acts the 25th chapter. Verse 26 in Acts the 25th chapter. Of whom I have no certain thing to write unto my Lord, wherefore I brought him forth before you, especially before thee, O King Agrippa, that after examination, which is investigation, had I might have somewhat to write, for it seemeth to me unreasonable to send a prisoner, and not withal to signify the crimes laid against him. But basically, Apostle Paul, just like we reading in Isaiah 13, how we shall be brought to the gates of the nobles. Well, number one, Yahawashi, he was brought to Pilate, and then two, we got an example of Apostle Paul. He was brought to King Agrippa, and Apostle Paul, he was using words to the king. If you are unlearned, it sounded like he was trying to convert him, but what he was doing was he was pulling the Esau on Esau, man.
Yeah.
He was supplanting the serpent.
Yeah, because so the authorities, they couldn't find an accusation, a valid accusation on Apostle Paul, because with the wicked Israelites, they delivered him up due to envy. You know,
Yeah.
Just like Yahawashi. You know, because many people was following Apostle Paul, Israelites. You know, and the wicked Jews, they would often stir up the whole city because they were jealous of Apostle Paul.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so back in Isaiah 13:3, I have commanded my sanctified ones.
And the sanctified ones, those are the elect. You know, sanctified means to cleanse, set apart, be made holy. You know, that applies to the elect of Israel, man. You know, being separate from the doctrines of this, polluted doctrines. You know, teaching of God and Jesus Christ. And you can have sex on the Sabbath. John the Baptist wasn't true. The elect, they will be separated from that because that's not sound doctrine. You know, and being separated from this world through repentance. You know.
Sanctified them by the truth. The word is true. Is that
John 17.
This is John 17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Yeah, not Yahawashi speaking. You know, because Yahawashi prayed for his elect. He even said, "I pray for them. I pray not for the whole world, for the whole world of Israel." Because it's wicked. Amongst my people, I found wicked men, as it's written. You know. So Yahawashi only prayed for his elect, beginning on with his disciples, man, excluding Judas Iscariot. You know, and the ones that believed in him, the ones that healed him, that he healed, Slakia, that had, that believed in our Lord Yahawashi.
Don't you say, and I pray for them that thou hast given me?
Yeah.
That's the elect.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
Yeah, the mighty ones, them by the angels. Because the angels, they are the ones that the Lord uses the angels to go out and stir up things on the earth, rather be righteousness or wickedness. So you get Psalms 1:3.
Finish this out. Even them that rejoice in my highness.
Yeah, because we're going to get how the angels are obedient and they rejoice at the commandments of the Lord. Whatever the Lord tells us.
This is Psalms chapter 103, verse 20. Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength.
Yes, that excel in strength. Which is where right here was called mighty ones.
Yeah.
So the angels, they're very strong. And in fact, they're very terrible to look upon, because when Samson, when his mother had seen the angel, she said that he had like a terrible countenance, man. He was very fearful to look upon. So the angels, they come you said, they come in an austere manner, and they represent the Most High when they come on earth, man. You know, they're men of war, just as the Most High is.
And it says, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his words.
Yes, so the angels, they are very obedient to the Lord. You know, that doctrine of Satan was cast out from heaven. He went into the deep realms under the earth. He just opposed himself against the Most High. Now that's false, man. That's just the scriptures call out a fable, a cunningly devised fable, man.
That's a Greek fable. Man. Israel made back to a Greek fable, man. That's where they get that Hades from. You watch Hercules and stuff. Though a lot of those things that they get as far as Lucifer falling down, they get that from Greek fables, man. That Israelites made up. Story tales, man.
They believe more in their literature than the actual word of the Most High. Exactly. And Faust and all that stuff, they contribute Nostradamus, all of that stuff, that's literature. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they use Socrates and Plato, they use it as literary, points and stuff, and not like what it actually is.
And just like Esau Edom, what he does is, where everything else is, he'll take something from back then and put it in this new day and age and just twist it around a little bit and put it in something.
In business, they call that rebranding.
Rebranding.
They take some old shit, repaint it, give it a new name. Because a lot of these businesses, that's all you've been hearing all day is that. Yeah, some of these businesses, like it may be a gas station that go down, go under, and then they come back and they got a new name, but it's the same owners. They just use a different name. It's the same pumps. It's called rebranding. They bring the same shit back, but just give it a different name, a different spin, different twist, a different color. That's what these nations did with these false gods. They all go back to the garden. Different philosophies and different ways of life, and then just every generation they get revamped. A new story is added to this god. Oh yeah, he also had jumped out of the sky and then he came down and then he bounded up 5,000 people.
They didn't really get their ideas from the scriptures, different accounts.
Right.
They just, like you said, they just twist it up, make it seem like they came.
Right. I went to go see that movie, Transformers. Great movie, kept me up. I didn't even fall asleep on that shit, and it was over 2 hours. Yeah. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, they got that from the scripts. Oh, they got this from the scripts. Oh, this whole
little thing right there.
The whole time I was, doing that. Isaiah 13, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahawah of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Yes, so that noise is synonymous with our Lord Yahawashi said, you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. Because the Lord is putting the angels on the heathens to get things stirred up, going up for World War III.
Yeah.
He's you might hear an article about Putin getting more ICBM missiles, hypersonic missiles, So the Lord is putting that spirit of war out there on these heathens to get ready, ultimately come against America, Babylon the Great, man.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah.
See, you hear the mighty ones again. The mighty ones are the angels once again. So they are the main focal point, the main tools the Lord uses to put spirits on these heathens to get ready for war. And the account of that was in Mount Gilead, King Ahab. He was warned against the Syrians, right?
Yeah.
The Syrians, it was a wicked angel, not wicked, but an angel came down from heaven, and he had the angel had put a lying spirit in the mouth of all King Ahab's prophets of Baal, which they lied to him, told him that he was going to prosper in the war, he was going to win, but he ended up dying. But prior to him doing that, prior to him hearing those things from the prophets of Baal, he was told by Micah the prophet that, hey, you gonna, my God, he was like, I seen the sheep scattered away, and basically the king was gonna be destroyed, and Israel was gonna scatter in the Syrians.
And King Ahab, he was like, I don't like Micah.
Yeah.
He always prophesied bad concerning me. I don't like him. Well, the prophets ain't here to tell you good things all the time. And them false prophets that deceived them, they was like, yeah, you gonna win. I saw it. Yep. The gods told me. Yep.
Right. And it was more,
straight line.
Yeah, it was more prophets of Baal than it was in righteous prophets. At that time, it was only one, Micah. Against, I believe it was 450 prophets of Baal that the prophet Elijah was dealing with, man. Yeah, that's a lot of prophets compared to one true prophet, man.
Right, verse 5 in Isaiah 13. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahawah in the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Right, and that's the ICBM missiles, the intercontinental ballistic missile that can travel from one continent to another within 25-30 minutes. So it says to destroy the whole land. That's American. But it said land in singular sense. At least with you go to Zechariah 13, verse 9. Because it's prophecy that America's gonna be destroyed, man.
This is Zechariah chapter 13, what, 9?
You stop for a second.
Okay. Verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said Yahawah, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Right now, land is in the singular tense. It's talking about, once again, America, Babylon the Great.
And it says, but the third shall be left therein.
I'm sorry, the 2/3. 2/3 are the wicked Israelites that's not going to repent, the unbelievers. That the Lord was going to destroy here in America. And the 1/3, that's the elect. Starting on with the 144,000 holy apostles and prophets. That's going to be joint heirs with our Lord Yahawashi in the kingdom, according to Romans 8:17.
And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined.
And fire can be twofold. Fire is actually like afflictions, because the Lord's going to test his elect in Jacob's trouble. But we understand that the elect is going to prevail because they got Yahawashi blood covered upon them. So they're going to be delivered. But also, it's another scripture that says, glorify the Lord in the fires. Because the chariot's going to zap through them fires, man. And it's going to deliver the elect. And the chariots of Israel, the so-called UFOs.
It's like the 3 holy children.
Oh, yeah.
When they got put into that furnace, you read the prayers that they sent up, or Meshach, Rashach, and Abednego, they're glorifying Yahawah Shemashah, the fire, man. Yeah. And guess who was walking with them in there?
Yeah. One like that for the Son of Man.
Right.
Hey, nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun, man. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name.
See, there go the name again. Call upon my name. Again, this Heavenly Father, true name is Yahawah. The only God's son name is Yahawashi. True names.
And I will hear them.
See, the Lord's going to hear them because he acknowledges that the name that they call upon are his name. Is his name. The Lord not going to acknowledge you if you call upon him in false name.
I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahawah is my power.
So you want the Lord to remember you and to acknowledge you in that day, man. You don't want the Lord to not remember you. Just like, with King Hezekiah, when he said, I have walked with you in truth, I did everything that you commanded me. You want to be like that. Before all hell break loose, though. You don't want to do it when all hell break loose already. Now, you want to do it prior to Jacob's trouble coming, man.
And that's another cut right there. How he going to be walking with us and not tell us his name? Like, somebody just anonymous going to be walking with our people all these years and we don't know his name?
He told Moses the name.
Yeah.
In fact, when you first meet someone you don't know, you always ask, that's the first thing you ask them. What's your name, bro?
The Lord want to see you active, Like, stop calling on the name of the Lord, then the day of trouble comes, you remember it. The Lord ain't going to save you, man. The Lord, what does the scripture say? You're supposed to have continual works. The Lord want you to be active, continually thinking upon Him, continually calling His name. You know, or forgetting about the Lord, but He gonna forget about you.
The scripture says, "Draw not to the Most High; He will draw nigh to you." You know, the Lord is the superior, man. You know, people treat the Lord like He's inferior.
Yeah.
You know.
And your attention, that's where your energy is. If you don't put no attention on the Most High, you ain't giving them no energy. What he say? They have nothing in me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't putting nothing in. You gotta put your energy in.
That was it.
All right, so I'm back in Isaiah 13, verse 6. How ye, for the day of Yahawah is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Yeah, so the day of the Lord is at hand, man. You know, and the prophets is pronouncing it, the heralds. They're telling you what's to come, man. Ain't no peace coming to the wicked, man. You know, like we always say, race wars, the race riots, the famine, the pestilences. The FDA just approved the lab-grown meat to be sold in the restaurants. You know, Elon Musk, a couple weeks ago, the FDA approved him to have human trials to test humans with the MOTB, man. So that the MOTB infrastructure is already here. They just need a big event, a big crisis, chaos event to happen in order for them to be justified to push it, so people can accept it. You know, 6 years ago, in August 2017, there was a company in Wisconsin called Three Square Market. They were the first company in the U.S. to give people the implantable device, CHIP. Because we gotta use certain words because YouTube has algorithms. If you say certain buzzwords, they can delete your whole channel or take the actual video down. So you have to use words in code just so the information can be brought out to you. You know. So the infrastructure is already here. You got Apple Pay, you got Venmo, you got Cash App. You know. Tap Pay. You got the Metro Tap Pay. You know.
You got that Whole Foods where you just don't even buy nothing.
Amazon
Palm
Pay.
Yeah, Amazon.
You know. Go. So that digitalized infrastructure is already here in America, man.
It's crazy. We can't talk about that. We can't say those specific words, but you go on YouTube up and down, it's a whole bunch of folly, twerking, robbing, the water boys.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole bunch of that. You know, people
Folly.
just calling each other at the name. When you bring out these prophecies and these specific words, it's out. That's hate speech, that's this, that's that. You know?
And you got people in the alphabet community, they can go online and make videos saying how they being oppressed and how all these things is happening to them and nothing happens. But when we do it, we're the bad guys.
You get your video taken down with a 10-view video, you know?
Yeah, how y'all find this little video?
10 people heard you, bro. We gotta take it out.
Swarm of bees, we gotta get over. That's a swarm of bees right there. You know what? Just stand still. Just stand still.
That's all.
The Lord ain't gonna have that shit touch us.
I wish
We out here
bee
doing the work.
would. Look at that, they gone. You said that, they gone. You said the Lord. You didn't even say the name.
Yeah.
That's the authority.
They didn't even come near us though. That's crazy.
Right.
Call on Yahawashi.
Was they following up? Was they following on boy or something?
They're going somewhere. The Lord probably sending them on somebody. Call on Yahawashi.
Call on Yahawashi. It was a swarm of thousands of bees just went by.
Like in the cartoons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's wild. I never seen that before.
Yeah, that's bees though.
Yeah. But you know what? You know, a great example came out. Because as I was seeing them, I was like, you know, we probably got to get on. But as you wait, that's the flesh though.
Yep.
But as you wait, the spirit kick in.
Right.
Hold on, no, the Lord ain't gonna have none of that shit happen to us. We good. And sure enough, they went down. So that's a great example on how the flesh should work. Can we get real quick? The flesh is weak, the spirit is willing, but the flesh. Somebody get attacked?
They're becoming way more.
They look like they've been sent.
Yeah.
They've been sent somewhere.
Yeah.
So they about to get somebody wicked.
So the point is, you may be faced with adversity or some trouble. You know, first thing that happened is the flesh should kick in. Oh, what the fuck? You try to find like comfort or a quick fix.
Instant relief.
You know, the get on, the run. You know, that's the flesh.
Sudden fear.
Yeah.
Fight or flight type.
Yeah.
It's like
Because you know, when fear comes, certain certain hormones push out certain powers, so to speak, in your body, like adrenaline. You know, when adrenaline hits your body, you ready to move. You know, you're either ready to run or you ready to fight. You know, but that's the flesh though. Kick in and you kind of like ready to make moves. But then when you wait during your tribulation, can we get Ecclesiastes 2 real quick? Be patient when I turn to a lower state.
kind of down.
Get this
Yeah.
one. Matthew 26:41. It says, and this is Yahawashi speaking, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation.
Watch and pray, meaning you got to be out here being spiritual and paying attention.
The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
The spirit is willing. The spirit is right there. You know, as the Lord gave us His knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, put the spirit on us to study, have a pattern of good works. You know, we got the guidelines on how to, you know, handle ourselves. All right. So the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So if you depend on the flesh and you get presented with trials, tribulations, or afflictions, the first thing that you're gonna want to do is try to escape the trouble. We're gonna try to get out of it. Just like if you're fishing, that hook get in that fish's mouth, the fish is trying to get the fuck up out of there. They're trying to get on. Pull it out the water, it's moving and shit. You know? But when you be patient, let's get this in Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter real quick.
It's Sirach chapter 2, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee.
So whatever you go through, whether it's a swarm of bees coming, whether it's a building came out of nowhere, whatever you're going through, whatsoever is brought upon thee, right?
Yep. Take cheerfully.
Just understand, when it say take cheerfully, you understand that this is a part of being a man of the Lord.
And be patient without unchanged to a low estate.
So when you brought low, you got to be patient. Something happened, you got to be patient. Don't let the spirit cause you to, do some, be in haste and make some type of sudden decision because of your emotions at that moment, right then and there. Because he who is hasty in spirit exalted folly. So with this example, when they came to the spirit, I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute, we may have to get on. But the spirit came in immediately and said, chill, the Lord ain't finna have us go out like that out here. You know? And sure enough, like the brother said while we were saying it, them bees was big as hell.
Yeah, you can see them.
Like
Them
that.
motherfuckers was big. There was probably hornets.
Bumblebees.
Yeah.
Probably bumblebees.
And then they took it right down the street.
Yeah, we don't see bees that often.
No, we don't, yeah. We don't see that shit.
So to see that like that, that's, like a...
Yeah. They didn't even come nigh our dwelling like the scriptures say.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, they was right here. We saw them. They was right here. They was close. Like if we would have stepped up a little bit, we probably would have been in it, in the swarm. But they went down. Just an example.
Yeah, but like you said, the Lord got to give us little examples like this, to groom us, to prepare for us on what's to come. When something big major happens. Like here, like for example, when we hear about the economy collapse, like damn, that's like damn. We're gonna think like how I'm gonna eat, but then the spirit gonna kick in like the Lord got us. Here it is, we've been prophesying all these years. The Psalm Apostle Hard, past the other great millstone, then when it finally comes, we fold. You know?
I got a precept real quick. This is Job 5 and 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
And that's a hell of a spirit to have, man. Because everybody else gonna be in the opposite spirit. They're gonna be in a mourning. You know?
It says, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth.
Because we know the Lord is with us. The Lord controls the mindset of beasts. And to devour people and stuff, you know, get their snack for the day.
And that right there goes to show you, you know, be at peace with the animals.
Right.
You know, that what a man soweth is that what he reap. Be at peace with the animals. You know, here it is, you kicking them and you doing little cruel shit to them.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why motherfuckers be getting bit up, ate up, chased down, ran down by animals. You know?
Yeah, because most of the time when we hear people get mauled to death by animals, they be Edomites. Because the Edomites, they be harming the animals.
Yep. Sacrificing them and
Being mean to them.
putting fingers in them, doing all kind of nasty,
Weird shit.
inhumane shit to animals.
Like Job said, he wouldn't lead them around,
Yeah.
lead them around no Edomites.
And then all we hear is, oh, 8-year-old girl gets devoured by a random dog or wolf. But not knowing that this girl been doing all kind of crazy shit to the family cat.
Yeah.
It says,
Breaking the legs and shit.
right. Verse 24, and thou shalt know, that's like in verse 23, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
We're going to be able to control the elements, and then we're going to be good with the animals. Hey, Elijah was at peace with the animals. Ravens, plural, was bringing Elijah food. Meat, it say what, bread, meat and bread, right? Flesh and bread twice a day. In the morning and at evening. So I'm pretty sure, hey, y'all coming back? What y'all got for me today? Okay, oh, thank you. You know?
The animals.
He got cool with him after a while.
The animals is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You know, like if you treat the animals good, the Lord put the spirit on the animals to be good with you. You know?
Yeah.
It was this one video I seen, I think I seen it, bro. This bird was basically bringing, filling these people's walls up in the inside of their house with nuts, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm talking about lawful nuts that you can eat on.
Yeah.
They filled I think they filled it up. I wrote one, I seen the video again, but they filled their house up with like some odd
Walnut
pounds.
in the wall.
Yeah, in the wall, man.
It was walnuts, and it was so many out there.
And you know, just and they actually flagged my video for that. That's the crazy thing.
Man,
In the video, they copyrighted it, but
Oh,
you know, I, that's what it made me think of. You know, the raven bringing Elijah food, man. That's stuff that's gonna be happening to brothers. You know, you might see a bird come in, you like, man, what the hell is this bird doing? And you got a whole goddamn wall of walnuts. You know, in a time of famine in your wall, man, or some dates or something that this bird, the Lord put the spirit on this bird to just store up for you in a time of need, and you don't even know it, man.
Or going back to the bees, the Lord had the bees be in the area making honey for
Honey,
you.
yeah.
Making honey for you. And then the honey, you can eat it. You got wounds and shit, it'll heal the wounds up.
Yep. Sicknesses.
Yep.
You know, you got a little throat cough or something like that. Honey, heal that sickness.
And it's like it, but and it's all over social media. They'll have like a dog come in and be feeding the fish, you know what I'm saying? Throwing things in the fish tank.
Yeah.
And then they have a duck right there and they'll be like throwing stuff, you know, and taking food and putting it in the I've seen this before, man.
I saw ducks
that's
bring
actually
food
spirit.
to fish, like koi fish. They'll drop bread in there, and then they'll just look at it.
Yeah, the fish be looking up.
Hey, the Most High, man,
Yeah,
with these
that's
creations.
the spirit that he put on the man.
Yeah.
I got a precept real quick.
Even animals have mercy.
Right.
Look out.
And he's showing us that, like
Right.
I said earlier, faith boosters, all that's going to go into into the mental Rolodex.
Most High can have a gorilla here come a gorilla out of nowhere, silverback, and he got a little sheep on his neck. Boom, drop it to you.
Yeah.
You know, how you eat lamb that night.
Or a bear.
Bear come with some salmon, two salmon fishes in his mouth, drop them.
Big ass sound.
You picking the salmon up like this, throwing them over your shoulder. You eating good for 2 to 3 days.
This is Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore thus said Yahawah of power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Yeah, so the servants of the Lord, the prophets, the elect, they gonna eat, man.
Don't say how though.
They
Don't say how.
Yeah.
It just says the most important part that you gonna eat.
Yep.
How Lord can bring the manna back.
Yeah.
You get back to going back eating manna, or like we said, here come a raven. Ravens, you waking up, ravens is right there.
Well,
Most High drops a 12 on you.
because it said it was a lot of quail, man, that they was able to eat. You know, and you know, the Lord was giving Israel abundance of food in that wilderness, man.
And another example, the disciples, which later became apostles, they was fishing and they didn't catch shit all day. They out there just, man, we ain't catching nothing. And all of a sudden the Lord, I'm gonna try to, could you find me a little bit from this Lord came and all of a sudden they pulling in net fulls of fish out of nowhere. So the Lord can have it like that. You make you a little little makeshift fishing rod, and just say, man, I'm gonna just throw it in there and see what happens. Boom, and you getting some of the big bass. You know?
Yeah, because we gonna have to have that type of faith too that time to eat, because Esau gonna taint the water. You know, he gonna do specific things to the ponds, the lakes, the rivers, man. You know, to stop all course of somebody being able to eat. You know, this famine that's coming, it's gonna be a orchestrated by the elites. You know, that's why they import and export out, and Americans, they depend on that. They depend on the imports and the exports of the food, man. Americans, like the brother said, he went fishing. You know, which takes patience. You know, you catch your own food, but Americans, they depend on, hey, do Stater Brothers got that fishing stock today?
Yeah.
You know?
And then these lakes and ponds, all you gotta do is have you a fishing license, and you can go out there and catch the shit.
Yeah.
Catch the shit, put it in a bucket, and go home, lay it up. You got some free food.
Yeah.
But that convenience is what make Jake lazy.
Yeah.
But this is John 21, verse 1. After these things, Yahawashi showed himself again to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias, and on this wise showed he himself. There were together Simon, Peter, and Thomas, called Didymus, and Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other of his disciples. Simon Peter said unto them, I go a fishing. They said unto him, we also go with thee. See, we come from fishery. You know, we were herdsmen. You know, in the spirit, we, you know, round up cattle. You know, you always come across a Jake that's a dog breeder. You got dogs and stuff. And then we were fishermen too. You know, it's a lot of Jakes in the South that's into fishing. A lot of the Northern Kingdom, they into fishing. Benjamin into fishing. It says, I go a fishing. They said unto him, we also go with thee. They went forth and entered into the ship immediately. And that night, they caught nothing. And at nighttime, that's the best time to go fishing. All right? At nighttime, the water is more calmer. Certain, you know, creatures and different baits, they come out. Fish eat them. The fish can spawn, lay eggs, you know, figure out their next area that they want to be in. So nighttime is a great time to go fishing. It says, in that night they caught nothing. But when the morning was come, Yahawashi stood on the shore, but the disciples knew not that it was Yahawashi. Then Yahawashi said unto them, children, have ye any meat? They answered him, no. He said unto them, cast the net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes. Yeah, it was heavy. Cast it on the right side. I'm gonna start doing that.
Symbolic.
Yeah. Casting that line on the right side.
Damn.
But the point is, during Jacob's trouble, going back to what the brother brought out, behold, my servant shall eat. You know, Lord may have you by a brook of water like Elijah. And Lord put the spirit. We brothers been in the spirit where we was looking for something, didn't know we was looking for, and the Lord had everything strategically mapped out. We was like, okay, let me get this. Oh shit, let me get that. Boom.
Yeah.
Now you got a damn fishing rod.
Yeah.
You know? Oh shit, got some damn line for the fishing rod. Wow. Oh, it's just enough.
Yeah, those ain't gonna be in our position like
Yeah.
Tom Hanks on Castle.
Oh no.
Trying to crack a coconut
Yep.
open.
Yeah.
If you find a line and it got a hook on it already, oh, it's already, the hook is already on it. Then you step over here, oh shit, it's a worm. Boom. Tie it out there, you fuck around and catch 3-4 fish with that one. Ain't no telling how the Lord will do it, perform a miracle for you.
And to know fish, you know, how it's clean is by the scales of fins.
Yeah.
So that's easy to detect.
Yep. Yeah, the Lord has give us the wisdom to identify what animals that we can eat and what animals we cannot eat. Certain markings and identifiers that you got to do.
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith Yahawah our power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
So these people, they're gonna be hungry, man. Like he was saying, because these people, they still accustomed to convenience, and when they don't get that convenience no more of having access to food stores as quick as they want, you know, they're gonna bug out. They're gonna panic. The flesh gonna. You got it. I was gonna say the flesh is gonna really kick in with them.
Oh man, yeah.
Everything is fast this, fast that. You see a fast food commercial, Chinese food commercial. Let's go. Oh, new opened up, and they advertise the luxurious sandwich. Then your flesh, like the brother said, your flesh take over, and this. Hey, we gotta go grab that. They only said it's $3.99 right now. You know.
That's
So-
what. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so when it says ye should be hungry, you know, it's gonna be a thing to where when there's food not in the storehouses, y'all so accustomed to having these what do they put in there? MSG
Yeah.
is a product that they put in food to make people crazy. You know? So there's a lot of MSG and things and ingredients in this food. That's why when you're on work and you go to lunch about like 12 or 1, the lines around all these restaurants are full. They're full, man. They're wrapped around the corner because people thinking fast this, fast that. I only got 30 minutes for break, so I gotta grab something fast. So it's strategically designed, man.
And them lines be long, bro. Like, you might as well get out the car, go in the restaurant.
Right. So when these storehouses are empty, these people's bodies are already used to having all those chemicals in it to make them crave food. So when it's taken away, all right, they gonna be in a bad case, man. That's why you're gonna have people out here trying to rob people for food and
Invade one another.
like that Popeye's chicken sandwich thing or specific other things that happen. Those foods were injected with things to make these people go crazy to want them more. They thought, oh, it was just that good. No, Esau pumps them up, man. So when that famine happens and there's nothing left, these people gonna go crazy, man.
That's true, because when you cook a chicken breast, you don't be craving it like you crave if you wasn't eat, you know, like a chicken sandwich from Popeyes. You don't be craving it like that. You know?
And that's why, you know, this grace period that the Lord has given us, it's the grace period, is the time that the Lord give us to get back right with Him. You know, the Lord has given us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So, you know, to balance out the truth, you know, watch the videos on outdoor stuff, you know. Watch videos on, you know, how to make a fire, you know, using a knife, carving things, you know, making certain things. You know, learn how to fish, learn how to cook outdoors, you know? I mean, bros know how to barbecue, right? Yeah. So we know how to barbecue and stuff, but then there's some bros that may not know how to work the grill. Learn how to work the grill. You know, you don't know what type of situation the Lord will have you in, you know? You know, you may be in a situation where you can get fish. There's a grill right here, you know?
A big ass stone.
Yeah, you can use a stone. You know, oh man, I learned, you know, the Lord put the Spirit on me to make a fire. Boom, make a fire. You able to cook your food, you able to catch food, you able to warm yourself up at night.
That's
you know?
a man. That's a high value man right there.
Bro, there's cases where we have to go off the grid, man. You had David, he went off the grid. And you had the Maccabees brothers, they went off the grid. Yahawashi, man. You know, he's going to mountains, going over here, going over there, getting on. John the Baptist. Moses went off the grid. That's the only ones that came to my mind. Elijah, yep. Yeah, so, you know, don't be afraid to get out there in the elements, man. Remember, the brother brought it out. The stones will be at league with thee, the elements. Things is going to work out in our favor. Get out there. Go on a hike. I was on a hike and a snake popped out on me. But it was crossing on the right side, though. You know, there was a snake, which, you know, everything is spiritual. But when I saw the snake, it moved. It was moving on the right side. So, you know, look at things in righteousness. Right. You know, because Scripture speak about be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So serpent is not solely wicked. You got, you know, serpents in the righteous sense.
Right. It says, behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Yeah, learn how to clean water. You know? Them days where it's like, oh man, I did the work already. You may be off of work. You know? Maybe a lake down the way. Go buy you one of those water purifiers. Just to experiment. You know, let me see what happens. Boom. Oh shit, I done turned this water into some clean ass water. Now you that much more confident to be out there in the elements. Because the reason why these people's gonna be bugging out is because they're gonna be in a situation with no power. The power grid is gonna be down. They don't know how to operate in darkness. They don't know how to make tools and make useful of things from their surroundings. They don't know how to use the earth. The Lord gave us, the scriptures say the world was made for our sakes. We're able to use the world, like, you know, the elements and stuff.
It's certain, like you said, with cleansing water, there's certain things that the Heavenly Father has. I've seen a brother do it. He has grows on trees. It's like, remember them little things?
Yeah, we thought.
You could put those in water for a specific amount of days, and it'll cleanse it and purify it, man.
Yep. Yeah, we learning herbs, you know, what herbs to eat to heal us. We becoming the sons of the Most High again, man. The sons of the Most High is not dependent on fast food every day.
Nope. Yeah, because that would
The
be
exact opposite. On fasting.
Yeah.
That's
Cook
how
your
you get
food.
to the
Learn how to
Most
cook. Learn how to cook. You know. This week I plan on, you know, Lord willing, you know, buying some fish, gutting it, and doing all that stuff. You know, just learning, just putting you up, making yourself more valuable.
Oh yeah, that links up by being knowledgeable about how the earth is, you know, how to maneuver off the grid in the earth. You know, that reminds me of Isaiah 10 when they shall no more stay upon him that smote them.
Yeah.
Which is trusting in Esau, man. By you trusting in the Lord, by you being knowledgeable about certain things, you know, how to, you know, things of the earth and stuff, now you're trusting in the Lord, man. You know, this the Lord's gonna give you the supplies. Right. You know?
Yep. That Lord give you know, because pigeons is lawful to eat. You know, the Lord can put the Spirit on you to make a trap. You know, you may make a trap or something, makeshift trap, boom, catch you. You done caught you 2 doves, boom, you just gotta kill a motherfucker. You know? Kill his ass, pluck the shit off, take the guts out, snatch his head off. And then once you do all that, it's gonna look like a little small chicken.
Cornish hen.
A little Cornish hen.
That's a whole meal.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to eating on his legs and shit. Them wings.
It says,
Pigeon wings.
it says, like, behold, my servant shall drink, and ye shall be thirsty. That's a, you thirsty? You know, your mouth dry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
When you thirsty for a woman, you just look like you down bad. You know, so when you thirsty,
but,
And that
do any
reminds
fucking thing.
pigeons. I don't know. I'm pretty sure y'all seen that episode on Martin when the Hustle Man. He actually that one episode he came in with pigeons on the stick.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
This shit did look good though. But just to, paint a picture that it's lawful to eat pigeons.
It says, behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yes, sir.
And why is everybody gonna be ashamed that we gonna be rejoicing? Because we know that the Heavenly Father and the Son have took care of us. But they're gonna be ashamed, right? Because they had a chance. Well, I'm not gonna say they, but those are the tribes. It's gonna mainly hit them.
Yeah.
See, these heathens, you go to their house, they stocked up.
Yeah.
Which is really for the elect in the last days. A lot of these heathens, like these Edomites that got these secret rooms, like in The Last of Us, he had that secret room with all that stuff. They got these little secret rooms full of supplies, man, canned goods and stuff and all that. That's for the elect, man. Brothers, like the brother said, we gonna be off the grid, probably walking through the Spirit, and the Lord, we're gonna have it to where you're like, hey, let's check this house right here. You know, the Lord gonna guide us directly to that little pantry. Look empty, and the pantry might have a little button on it.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's water in there, and it's gonna be lawful stuff.
Yeah.
Just for that's how the Lord gonna take care of us, man.
Yep. Or you may be by the lake again, and then the Spirit leads you to a house, and then the house got all the fishing equipment you need
Right.
to go to the lake. And then just like we read about Yahawashi, he told them to cast that net on the right side. You out there, you throwing your reel in, boom. You get the biggest salmon you ever caught, biggest bass you ever caught. And then the Lord put the spirit on the fish to you eat that meat and you cool for 3-4 days. I'm still good from 2-3 days ago when we caught them fish.
We'll probably even have fine seasonings.
Oh yeah. Yep.
The Lord knows we like seasoning our food. Salt.
McCormick, find some McCormick garlic sauce.
Man. Oh, it ain't never been open too. Damn.
It's expired.
There ain't nobody gonna be looking at expiration dates and that.
No.
They don't give a fuck.
They know that's a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
It said, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart. Praise the Yahawashi. We sing for joy of heart, man.
And then we singing for joy of heart. We looking at the stuff that's coming upon the earth. We like, call Allah Yahawashi, Yahawashi. The Lord said it was gonna be a famine and we was gonna eat. We eat, and it's a famine. Bro's gonna be rejoicing over that.
You get that, you don't know what type of song you're going to use. You might get that food, you don't know what type of song you're going to use. Jake, when they get food,
Singing song of Moses.
yeah, they be singing, dancing, skipping, all that, man. It says, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart.
Oh, why is this happening to us? Oh man. Look, I'm just, man, you gonna be seeing other people out there fishing. They ain't bringing back none. Here it is. You got some shit you done made. You got some little shit you done made. You out there catching them back to back.
You know, some shit up.
This motherfucker out there with the whole little setup,
Yeah.
they ain't catching nothing. Or if they do catch just the smallest fish, you in there pulling big shit.
That's why it says the heathen shall envy thee.
Yeah.
Because they gonna see things that's not what's working on their favor. Like, damn, they doing the same tax they doing. Like, damn, they ain't worried out for me, you know?
They've been out there 10 hours. You come in there and just like, they see you make a little makeshift fish reel, and you just out there catching shit within 20 minutes.
People already hate us about the fall.
Yeah.
You know, the spirit that we come in, you know?
Esau do that. He'll see you catching shit and he'll come over to you. Hey, man, what type of bait you use? What fishing pole is that? And he'll have a newer version of your fishing pole, the 2/3 generation of yours. You got the regular basic one.
You like, man, I found this one over there somewhere, over there.
Esau always up on new, getting new shit. New shit.
Yeah.
New models.
When you watch these Edomites that go out fishing, they like, oh yeah, I got the such and such 4,000 model, this limited edition of model, shiny and shit. They got all the best shit.
And electrocute the fish when the hook going through them so it kill them instantly.
These Edomites be having like a little monitor, a screen with the sonar technology that showed them everything that's in the water. And they just put their boat right where the fish at and just drop on their ass.
It says, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Listen, they gonna be crying. You know? Especially these women, man. Like the bitch we just seen right now, she had that stiff neck. That mindset gonna be done away with.
Oh yeah.
We didn't see how bitches act when they in straight. They come humble. They, you got any cables to check my car? Oh, my tire's flat. You know how to change the spec? They come real humble when they in straights.
That's the only time they talk to you if they need something.
You got $30? They come crouching. They come humble. They come hiding their anger.
Say nope. Even if I got them, I'll still say.
That's why the scriptures say this. It's Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Yeah, that's the elect man of the Lord, man. You know, everybody gonna know that who the Lord is dealing with, because the Lord even said, "Then shall you know who my chosen." You know, they're gonna have that aura on them. They're gonna have that light.
They're just gonna be in good position.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna be able to tell by the station they're at. You know, like
You're gonna be looking all skinny and frail, looking not eating, dirty face. Yeah, but when you see man of the Lord, the elect, brothers gonna still be in shape like how they was prior to famine coming.
Yeah.
You know, still strong. You know, strong looking.
And brothers, you know, through the spirit,
Clean.
clean. Like look at Eli. He was, you know, and he was that woman that ran, let me come with you. That's how it's gonna be for us, because you know, like me and the brothers were saying before, you know, we got here. You go to a woman dashboard on her car. She got about damn near every light on in the home. I don't know what happened. I don't know what it is. You know?
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about those lights. They go off.
Yeah.
They go off.
You know? A man's gonna be more precious than fine gold, is because, like we bringing out right now, the man is always gonna be the head, man. Right? The Israelite man, and then you got over the Israelite man, Yahawashi. You got over Yahawashi, Yahawah. Under the man, which is the order, is the woman. You know, so in these times to come through the spirit, the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that the Heavenly Father's gonna put on his men is gonna have you women looking at us like, damn, they got it. Because see, you look at these regular niggas over here, right? These rappers and things like that, and you see the gold, you see the jewelry, you see they got status, they got fans, and you think they got it. They don't got it, man. They don't have it. When them times of trouble come, and you see the man of the Lord out here, all right? You see them with that glow. You see that the Lord is with them, basically. Y'all gonna be running to us. That's why it says in Isaiah, the 4th chapter, let us wear our own apparel, let us only be called by thy name. All right? Because not only are we gonna have answers, but we're gonna have the necessary wisdom to be able to function with being off of the grid. But you women don't have that.
Yeah.
Y'all can't be off the grid, man. I lost my apartment. My dad said I could come move with him. You know? My car broke down. Oh, well, I get another one tomorrow, you know? Us, man, the Lord gonna put so much of a cold spirit on brothers, man. A cold vibration, and it's starting now. So where you people don't see it right now, but when the Lord actually, you know, gives his men that shine, man, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Because I'm already seeing right now that women is starting to want to deal with like real men. You know, the whole masculine thing that they pushing right now. It's like women want to deal with the guy that be outdoors, the guy that do particular things, craft things, because inwardly they know that this man, if it's some trouble, he'll figure it out. Not some nigga that's in the house chilling, smoking, drinking all day, feet kicked up, trying to get his lyrics right for his new album. You know, they know that if they leaning towards guys like that, they both gonna be in a difficult situation because he don't know shit. I don't know shit. You know?
That's true.
Nigga don't even know how to cook food. So how is he even gonna catch it? He don't even, I mean, if he catch it, he ain't gonna know how to make it.
He gonna be like, you got that bag?
Yeah. Or you come across some food and say, I don't know what to do with it.
I had another precept. It's Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
So it's gonna come a time where it's gonna be groups of women coming to one man. It's gonna get so crazy out here because we read about the Northern Army where the elect men, they're gonna get preserved from it, but everybody else that's not a part of the fold, they're gonna get caught out there in the army. They're gonna get drafted. You feel me? So it's gonna be a shortage of men. So it's either you gonna end up with a grimy ass nigga, talk to you women, a 2/3 grimy nigga that got an expiration date coming up soon, or you gonna have a man, or if you was a woman of the Lord, first off, you will have a spirit to want to seek truth. But like it say in Psalm 110, in the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing. So when the Lord start really dealing with us, then these women is gonna want to, you know, come to men of the Lord, groups of men. I mean, groups of women coming to a man, one man.
I always seen you on the streets
Yeah.
saying stuff like that.
I knew you was man of the Lord.
Like Pastor Ball said, women are naturally hypergamous.
Yeah.
You know, they want the man of a higher social status.
Yeah.
They respect power. A lot of women are gonna be getting rejected by brothers too.
Because we don't want that dead weight.
Yeah.
I already got 10 women. What I need with what I need with you? You know, I already got beautiful looking women. I already got young women, beautiful women. Already got all, you know, different types. Why do I need you?
What makes you different from all these other women I got?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna give y'all the application. You know,
Yeah.
women always, well, you know, what makes you different from the last guy I was with? We're gonna give y'all the application, man.
Hey,
You know? Yeah.
just them women.
What's gonna make you different than these Americanized women, man? Because really, if a brother got a woman and he cool with her right now, when that time come and they good, and you know it's through Yahawashi, that's the one really that's gonna just be with brothers, man.
Yeah.
You know we gonna, you know, of course we gonna take in some, but you women out here that rejected brothers and all that, y'all gonna try to come back. It ain't happening, man.
No.
That would never, same woman that would never give you their time to look at you.
Can we get that in Isaiah 32? Did you finish it?
No, I said no.
Okay.
It says,
Hit it from the top.
Yep. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Now it says, eat my own bread. What did it say?
Eat. Yep, eat. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Yeah. But then you'll have somebody say, well, I thought y'all said it was gonna be a famine. Well, it will be a famine, but this is just talking about women just getting in order, getting in line. You ain't gotta have all this substance and all this shit to get a woman, because they're gonna want you solely because you're a man of the Lord. Not about what you can provide for them, like carnally.
Like now.
Yeah. Like now, a bitch wants you to. What do women say? You need to get my hair done, get my nails done. You need to buy me some clothes. You need to take me to the finest restaurants. They ain't not gonna be saying that. They're gonna be singing a whole nother tune.
Yep.
Oh, don't worry about all this other stuff. Just let us be called by thy name.
You know?
I just want to be your girl. I just want the hedge of protection that you got around you to be extended to me. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, because when a woman is scared, like even like right now, like they, you know, the bitch is running from someone, she'll run to any man she wants just to find that comfort.
Yeah.
You know.
We've seen it, bro. We've been at the paintball. We was at the paintball arena or whatever the fuck it's called, and you call was there. We was there handling. We was out there getting off. And guess who cleaved to us? A whole bunch of heathen women and men. You know, they want to be on our team, join us. They want us to be the captain, lead them. You know, because they seen where the power was at. We was out there running, jumping over shit, rolling around, dirty, shooting. And then the women, the heathen, and these was Ammonites. The Ammonite Japanese women, they was just frail and weak. They just ran to a man.
And we was fighting against Edomites. I always go there.
Yeah.
Every day Edomites. They have the military armor on, you know, the helmet, just looking like they about to go to war and shit.
Yeah.
And we end up winning.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen, man.
Hey, that would be dope, man.
Oh yeah. That shit was fun, bro.
When something catastrophic happens, like a gas station blow up or a bomb gets set off, a building goes down, and it's inadmissible. Like a mall, let somebody hear about a mall shooter or a woman. Guess who the first people that's running out of the mall?
Yeah.
Woman, man. She gonna make it to the car before you. You know?
Yeah, that's just a false reality, man.
Yeah.
That mindset, like you always bring up, so that feminist mindset, feminist liberation, that only thrives in a first world country.
Yeah, let some shit crack off right now. Bet you that flock, these ones right here, flock right over here. Flock directly. Let explosion happen or something. Boom! Boom! Explosion over here, some wild, crazy accidents, bro.
Are you guys okay?
Them women, they'll come, we've seen it. They'll come, complete stranger. They all up on you.
Cuffing your arm, holding on to you.
Yeah.
You know?
We've seen it.
It says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
And the way you be called by a man's name is by that man going into you, which is sex, and sex consummate marriage. Boom. It's going to be great benefits. Let's get Isaiah 32 real quick, 1 and 2, because it's going to be great benefits with dealing with a man of the Lord.
Isaiah 32, verse 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness,
That's Yahawashi.
and princes shall rule in judgment.
And that's the governing body of the nation of Israel.
It says, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind.
Wind is the destruction. A hiding place, that's the safety.
And a covert from the tempest.
A covering from the tempest, right? You seeing a swarm, a tornado, hurricane. What people do? They go hide in place. They go into a shelter. They hide. Right?
As rivers of water in a dry place.
Here it is. You in a desert, and then it's a small patch of water. That's life to you. Number one, you can get in it and cool you off. If you hot, you can I'm just gonna get in the water. You know? And if it's water that you can drink, because you can't drink salt water. You know, if you go find an ocean and it's salt water, don't think you just finna go over there and just drink the shit. That shit is you can die. You know? So if you get into a pond with some, living water, some water with oxygen in it, clean, you can drink that. You know? So that's how a man's gonna be. He's gonna be life.
They call that fresh water.
Yeah, fresh water, yeah.
As a shadow of a great rock in the weary land.
Like this rock right here. This is a great rock, right? You see it's hot, but you see how we in the shade?
Yeah.
We ain't sweating, the camera's not heating up, phone's not heating up, camera not talking about overheating, bros ain't sweating. We cool.
Before the sun was out, I was beaming on
Yeah,
you.
we can withstand the affliction by being by this rock that's casting shade. So that's how a man of the Lord is. He's gonna be protection. So where the sun not hitting the women.
Isaiah, jump down to verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
Then it goes into giving strict instructions to the Israelite women. First, it talks about the glory of the man. The scripture starts off by talking about the glory of Yahawashi, the governing body. Then it talks about an Israelite man being a protection during a time of trouble. Then it talks about Esau, the churl, all right? And then it gets on the nigger woman. Sends judgment on Esau, and then it gets to talking about his weapon, the nigger woman.
It says, give ear to my speech.
Listen to the prophets.
Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless woman.
So for a long period of time, trouble is coming. And bro, you probably already starting to see small remnants of that. Women getting down bad. See, these women that were independent and they had it all figured out, what they didn't factor in was inflation. They didn't factor in cost of living getting ridiculous. They didn't factor in grocery stores, shit getting expensive at grocery stores.
ABC 19.
Yeah.
Factor that
Yeah. They didn't factor in pandemics, you know. They didn't factor in crime. They didn't factor in an influx of crime. They didn't, because women aren't visionaries. They're not seers. They can probably see some shit for their business, but in an economy, they didn't factor in all these different economic woes and financial woes that can come down the pipe. They didn't factor in that shit.
They didn't consider their latter end.
Yeah, they didn't consider that. They didn't consider that, man. It's so much crime. I'm gonna need a man for protection, man. I'm gonna need that. You know the little fine bitches that live on my floor? I was just walking past the bitch door. She know I live there. This bitch, she went in her apartment, closed the door. All you heard was the locks. She said, like, bitch, I'm not finna do nothing to you. But the point is, these women that live by themselves, solo, they terrified, bro. They gotta worry about all these non-emergencies. Women gotta worry about, oh, hope some guy's not following me. I hope nobody was waiting in my parking lot when I got off of work to follow me home. They showed you that on a Players Club. When the nigga, when Hey Diamond was down, the nigga was downstairs at her apartment, followed her home.
Yep.
Knew where she lived at.
Yep.
Women deal with stuff like that all the time. Some stalker, some stranger, some weird guy down the hall.
Yeah.
You know?
These women, they think that every time they go out, step out, they dress nice. They don't think men paying attention to them.
Yeah.
It's a neighbor. Basically, it's at least one man that's always look at you.
Yeah.
When you leave, excessive.
Yeah.
You know?
He's out the window.
Like, man, I wish I could have it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he looking out the
Yeah,
window.
like that. Yeah.
So when all hell breaks loose, they would take advantage of that. When all hell breaks loose, this man, the same man that was praying, that was looking at you behind closed doors, they gonna take it to action.
Yeah. All your exes,
Yeah.
you know, you didn't leave that apartment. Well, what's that? You didn't leave that apartment that you and your ex broke up in, so he still know where you live at. Then you bring in a new guy. Why do you think you always hearing about some guy go to a girl apartment and then he winds up being shot and killed by the new boyfriend?
And not to mention love of many
Wax
about the
and
wax
cold.
cold.
Oh yeah, they didn't factor in the love of many, wax and
They
cold.
gotta factor that in.
They didn't factor in none of that shit. See, right now, girls can walk around. You see these girls right here? All they got is a fucking phone in their hand. You feel me? They don't. When the last time you think these girls ran, jumped over some shit, climbed the fence, climbed the gate? You don't have to run. You know, get on. You don't have to fight somebody up. That's why, bros, get active.
Exactly.
You know, get active.
Yeah, that's the spirit of Israel
Yeah.
right now. You know, getting, working out, and
You never know when you're gonna have to get into action, man. You never know. You never know when it's time to hop a gate, hop a fence, run. You gotta run, run and jump over some shit. Roll on the ground, get up, boom.
And it happened just that fast, man.
Yeah.
Altercations and things like that, they happen. They're like, damn. That's why every time everything happens, you're like, damn, that shit happened fast as hell.
Yeah. Then you got these niggas out here, they got their pants way down here, sagging, shoes untied. Man, them is easy pickings right there. Them is easy pickings, but we get to the scripts though. But just the importance of keeping yourself up. You never know when it's time to get in man mode. I mean, you're supposed to be in man mode all the time, but I'm talking about active.
it says, "Give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless woman. When the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come."
So the vintage is the old ways. The way in which the society has been going, there's going to come a time where it's going to drastically change. And it's starting out with the financial system. See, when everybody's suffering financially, all right, everything's expensive. We already seeing the behavior of the people changing. Crime is going up. So imagine when Esau pushed his new financial system along with a crisis, along with another pandemic, along with people like, saying to hell with this shit. We're not going through the C-19 shit again. We're not doing it again. You're gonna have those that want to stand up. Oh no, we taking a stand. Fuck that. Isaiah 19, Egyptians rise up against Egyptians. So you're gonna have that division. So the vintage is gonna fail. The gathering, the benefits, all these different things you were able to gather out of this system because they had compassion for women, whether it was EBT, low-income housing, child care, child support, jobs. It's so easy for a woman to get some damn clerk job making enough to make ends meet. That shit is going to be done away with.
It says, verse 11, "Trouble you women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins."
So the scriptures are saying to humble yourself because these women not wearing sackcloth. What are they wearing? Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada, Chanel, Mary, Dolce Gabbana, Michael Kors. They wearing good shit. They dressed up. They putting they fly shit on. Then they got the booty shorts on. They wear bras. They wear t-shirts with no bras, with their nipples showing.
They just make themselves easy for prey.
Yeah.
So like, how you gonna complain if you advertising yourself to be a prey?
Yeah. So the Lord is saying, humble yourself. Put sackcloth on. Sackcloth was a sign of mourning. Made shoes. Them are some makeshift shoes.
They shall lament for the teeth.
They lament. There's levels to mourning. There's levels to crying. There's levels to being sad. You got your regular sad, oh, I'm sad. No, you got your, I'm not feeling good. You got sad, you got angry, you got mad, you got crazy, you got lamenting, mourning, grieving. There's levels. Bemoaning. It say you're going to lament. That's past crying. That's past trying to, oh man, what's going on? I need to figure out something. No. Lamenting. When somebody sitting on the ground mourning, man. Yeah. You sitting on the ground, oh, You know when somebody die at a funeral, they be kind of like, or somebody just died, they'll be right there with the blood of the relative that just got smoked. Blood, like the movie Boys in the Hood. You know? When they was carrying old boy, had blood all over. They was lamenting. They was lamenting over him. And those was men. So, and then when he came to his mom, that was lamenting. That was grieving. With his mom, y'all remember that part? His mom was going through it. So that's how y'all women gonna be. But y'all gonna be lamenting for the old ways. Yeah. And the old ways is not coming back.
It says for the pleasant
Read that again though.
They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
They're going to be lamenting for all these benefits and resources that they've gathered.
Yeah.
You know, the phones.
The wigs, look at that.
Uh-huh.
Blonde wigs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Being able to put that deodorant, what is that shit, the little wax?
Yeah,
wax, they shit.
Perfume.
Because a lot of y'all women with long, real hair, one thing that's not brought up is how hairy y'all be. They be having to get their ass waxed. They be having hair on their ass. They be having hair on their nipples, little hair around their nipples. They be having hair on their thighs, all on their box area. They be having a little hair on the side back here, hair on the chest. When you see girls, they be having little bumps and shit. That because they be waxing and that hair be growing back and having ingrowns. They be having little hair. So a lot of women, they be hairy. And they be having, situations. So they rely on razors and waxes and.
Yeah, that's why it's glory to be a man.
Yeah, we ain't gotta worry about none of that shit.
You gotta take a piss, go inside and buy a tree or something.
Yep.
You don't gotta be bent down and pull it out of your pants.
Pussy out.
Yeah, you don't gotta do it. Watch for me.
Yeah.
And I seen women that post on social media. I'm so thankful to be a woman. You just don't know what time you have to make.
Menstrual cramps.
Ooh.
Menstrual cramp. The ibuprofen. The mistress cough. What else?
The napkins, bro.
The heating pad. Some girls, they put the heating pad right there. Imagine being on go, you off the grid and you on your period and you're a woman and you weak.
They shit stinking.
And it's attracting animals.
Yep. They know what that means.
Like women need to shut the fuck up, man, right now, man. Y'all women need to shut the fuck up. Y'all don't know what time it is.
Yeah.
But the scripture's telling you what time it is. Go ahead.
It said, verse 13, upon the land my people shall come up thorns and briars.
Thorns and briars, that's a position of difficulty. Like if you drop some keys, it's a rose bush and you drop some keys and you want to go in there and go get them. A rose bush is like thorns and thistles and stuff. No matter how strategic you go in there and trying to get your keys up out of that rose bush, you're gonna get pricked. You're gonna get hit. So it says here, upon my people shall come up thorns and briars. It's gonna be a position of difficulty. Wherever you go, wherever you turn, whatever you do, whatever you put your mind towards, it's not gonna work out for you because you don't have the protection of Yahawashi going into Jacob's trouble. This is a time of judgment. Nothing you do will work out. That's why we need Yahawashi. Nothing is gonna work out for these people. It's the visitation of Yahawashi.
They're gonna be ashamed, man. They're gonna wish they repented. Man.
Yeah.
See, like you said last week, it's easy for a nigga to say, oh, Lord, if you got a bitch at home, food on the table, a couple of $40 to put in your gas tank.
Yeah.
You can, of course it's easy for you to say that then.
Yeah.
But what happens when it's a family, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you can see people real colors, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like rappers always talk about it. When my ribs was touching.
Yeah.
A lot of these dudes out here, our ribs is touching. So they go out, steal, kill, rob, to bring food on the table. And you hear it in rap songs, man. Like KRS-One, where he said, love, on that song Love's Gonna Get You, when he said,
Love's Gonna Get You.
He started selling that dope. He said, now there's a steak with the beans and rice. You know what I mean? So when your ribs is touching, man, and you ain't got the faith of the Lord, these people don't fast. You know, so that's already an X out for them. They can't go a couple of hours without snacking, drinking some goddamn high corn fructose syrup drink. You know, they can't go without that. So all it's gonna take, Esau, all it's gonna take is one day after they run out of that food, and they gonna go, the food that they so-called have stored up, that's gonna go like that, man.
Oh man, yeah.
Because it's like a psychological thing, you know. When you got, you know, a little bit of food in your house, and you hungry, your mind play tricks on you. Damn, you know, they got something called your eyes are bigger than your stomach.
Yeah.
So you thinking in your head like, man, you know, I got 3 eggs, I got this, I got that. I'm so hungry, I'm just gonna go ahead and make all this. And you ass no. You know? Then what happens when that runs out? It's gonna be over, man.
Yeah, hunger pains.
Yeah, the hunger pains, yep.
Because these people gonna have to ration out their food, man.
Yeah.
It says, yeah, upon all the houses of joy in a joyous city.
That's America. Joyous city. Everywhere you turn around, it's bread and circus, motherfuckers smiling, happy, not taking shit serious. Murph. You know, and here it is, man. This economy is fucked up. But see, it's not really hitting everybody. You know, some people was able to kind of like, you know, wiggle out of shit, you know, make do. You know, I'm not eating steaks like I used to. I'm just eat chicken now, you know, the cheaper version. They're making do. But once the Lord bring the pressure to these people front door, where every person is feeling that shit, then you gonna start seeing. I mean, it's happening now, but once it starts directly affecting people, them smiles and shit is gonna turn down.
That's why with me, I don't even say hi to my neighbors.
Yeah.
Man, if they say hi to me, I say hi to them. Like you said, you know, when we first moved in, I don't gotta say hi to you.
Yeah.
'Cause I already know how y'all are.
Yeah.
These people, they rude as hell anyway.
The next thing you know, hey bro, you got 2 eggs,
Yeah.
bro, 3 eggs, I got $1. Man, leave me the fuck alone.
You got cash at?
Then you go in there, you don't even let them come in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta looking nice in here. Okay.
Or you may have one of those cool neighbors that say hi to everybody, he cool. I got neighbors like that. He a Jake. He just, everybody you see, he gonna be the main one that's robbing people.
Uh-huh.
That's why when I see him, I say what's up to him. But, you know, I'm like, I already know in the back of my head, like, that day I ain't gonna trust that.
We got like 6 minutes.
It says verse 14, because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the city shall be left, the force and power shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks.
Yeah, so once this place gets destroyed, all right, it's going to be these desert-like creatures inhabiting Babylon the Great. There's going to be, you know, the screech owl, the eagle, and all these different animals once the smoke settles. But before that comes, this place got to get destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, and MOTB got to be pushed out, and Jacob's trouble got to hit. And the main person that's going to get fucked up in Jacob's trouble is women. You know? Like, y'all finna see that Esau has really laid the biggest stumbling block for y'all women. You know? Like, y'all won a little bit.
What Paul say? You ran well.
Yeah. And in the Apocrypha, it says there's a gift that shall not profit you.
Exactly.
You know, like being an independent single woman. How does that really profit you when this shit go belly up and you're gonna be looked at as prey? And Esau gonna be like, infrastructure down. Ain't no calling. You think with all hell breaking loose, the police and 911 and the ambulance and the hospital, you think they're gonna be, I want to serve the people? Oh, no, they're gonna be worried about their family.
Yeah.
Who's finna be, oh, bro, I know it's all hell breaking loose, but I got to go to work at 12. I got to be at work at 12. Oh, man, the city is in shambles. It's fires and crime and all kind of wild animals on the loose. But you know what? I do got to go to work at 1 o'clock in the morning, though. You feel me?
A lot of them police officers, they showed you in that movie RoboCop, man. You're gonna be getting laid off and leave their jobs, man. Because it's gonna get so bad. Because a lot of these, the shit pops off. A lot of people gonna be going after them cops, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna be on their head. All they got is a gun and a badge, man. Outside of that, they just regular people, man.
I can see them cops doing more harm to people than the average person because they know because they travel, they drive around all the time, so they know the interest.
Yeah, people can say that God is love and all that shit all day when you got a half a tank of gas, you're on your way to your mama house, there's food there. You feel me? You can say that all you want, but when the Lord showed the other side of love, which is indignation, you're not gonna be saying that.
And people have been greatly deceived by that word love.
Yeah. See, in this society, you just say love, and then that's it. Love is an action word. You got to put work on it. You got to put, how they say, you got to put some respect on my name. Well, love, you got to put some work on it.
It's a demon for you to be going to a destination and roll down your window and, start saying that shit out your window. That's a goddamn demon, man.
Yeah.
Oh, here they come. Let me do this. Right. Got it. That's a demon, man.
Yep.
1 John 3:18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Yeah, for real.
So indeed is your action. So that's how you love the Lord. He said, keep love of the Lord, keeping the other commandments. And these people, they don't do that.
At all.
And even the Lord even said, my commandments is not grievous. It seems grievous to the people because they've been so accustomed to be, to commit adultery, to get lineups and bald heads, which we all came from that lifestyle, but we repented. The Lord put the Spirit on us to repent from that shit. And now we don't even think about doing that shit. Getting lineups,
You like the natural look anyway.
Yeah.
Jake
It sets us apart like that.
Jake got insecurities, man. I want this woman, so they let a woman tell them, go get your edge up, go get clipped up. I don't like that beard, so they cut it off. It's not a man, man.
And then you go and you may not even get a haircut. You may go, as they call it, shaped up. You get your shit shaped up. Then you go show it to the woman. She'll say, oh, you have a nice fade. First off, bitch, this is not a fade.
Right.
So here it is, you doing all this shit for this woman, and she don't even know the difference.
then that shit going back hella fast.
Yeah, just
looks boring.
Just keep it how it grows.
Natural, yeah.
And then it just comes with a feminine spirit. You all in the mirror.
Exactly. Yeah, I be seeing Jake all the time.
Is my shit straight? Is it bop?
Yeah, worrying about your hair, that's a feminine spirit.
Yeah,
Man.
cut the shit off, get on, go on about your business.
I think it's called vanity.
Yeah.
Get a mature haircut.
Yeah.
A low hair, or but it's, like hair on the head, get a short, have it look presentable.
Yeah.
That you be separated from these niggas of the world.
All right, but with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wadashi. Double honors to our elders and apostles of great millstone that taught us the truth. And the water for tuning in. Until next time. Shalom, man. Hey, shalom, Yahawashi, shalom. Yahawashi, shalom. Speaking of Yahawashi, shalom.